Doing well on this fine Tuesday as we all join back to Zoom University. As I just drank way too much of my water as I watch myself hacking up after I just hacked up. Sorry for that. So, one of the things you got to realize is when you're doing these live feeds, no one really knows who's seeing what at what time. So, I apologize for those of you that got to watch me just sitting there going like this for a while. I figured you'd appreciate that, from all of the Zoom University fun that we're doing now. So to get started, for those of you that are on here that are my students, I will be focusing on my BADM 420 class first and what we're going to be doing going forward. Then I will be going through my 320 stuff again because some people may have slept in and missed the early morning one. We had about, overall, I think there was like 45 people popped on and off. So there were some people that watched. So there's that. But breaking news for students at the University of Illinois. You may get 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how many emails about this. But the universities come out and they were going to have a credit, no credit option. And then there's a pass-fail option. And I'll tell you right now from the Dean of the College of Business, there will be no pass-fail classes in the College of Business. It will all be, you're going to get your grades. Now, the thing is, if you need to do the credit, no credit, that is on you as a student. You sign up for it. You do the credit, no credit. It has nothing to do with the professors, so you do it on your own. I will turn in grades like I usually do. So like at the end when we have all our grades, I figured out what encompass all those kind of things. So I give you the grades. Boom, we put all that stuff out. We have that there. And then I think the registrar's office is the one who then assigns credit, no credit based on the grade that you have. So there's not going to be any pass fail. It's just credit, no credit if you want to do that. But the whole class, you'll still be getting grades. And believe me, this class, you don't want credit, no credit. You don't want pass fail. You want to have a class that can help certain things. Okay, so there is that. Now, that news just came out, and the dean already wrote the faculty and said, we will not be doing any pass fail in the College of Business. So if that helps you out, if you were wondering about that, let me know in the comments or a little amen there, just so it's kind of cleared up. Okay, now, my 420 students, and for those of you that are watching this that are not my students, 420 would be the Advanced Marketing Management class. That is my capstone course I work with. They work with companies. They're awesome. I love them. They're like the seniors, or at least senior standing, because I know a few of them aren't seniors. They're taking the course. And basically, one, your strategic marketing projects, like I said in the email, because a lot of people haven't read that email I sent earlier, where I went through everything we're going to do. Strategic marketing projects, your grades you'll be getting the end of next week because I have to get everything set up for our digital marketing, social media marketing stuff because I am redoing the entire social media and the entire digital marketing program. What used to be, I'm redoing it and I'm on slide 25 of the old slides and I'm on slide, I don't know, what is it? 75 on now. So I've expanded them a lot, trying to put a lot more stuff in because I know a lot of you are graduating. I want to give you all the newest stuff. So I'm trying to find the newest articles, newest things. And so we're going to put that all together. So this week, I sent out an announcement in your email. Hi, Vanita in India. I sent out an email with all the slides with all the videos. The thing is, those are Illinois Media Space videos, so they don't show up when I send an email. You have to go to announcements, and you can watch the videos there. Those are some sales training videos to get you kind of started. Next week at this 2 o'clock hour, and then on 4 o'clock at 2 o'clock on Tuesday and 4 o'clock on Thursday, I will be doing a live class where I will go through the sales stuff. Okay, for each one. So if you're in the 4 o'clock class, you can watch a 2 o'clock video. It will render and be available like an hour after I finish talking. And for the Thursday class, an hour after that, it'll be rendered and ready to watch. So you can watch it at any time just to give you some sales training stuff, some sales management things, because your students at the university, you probably want to be the boss someday, and a lot of the marketing people end up in sales. So this is a way that can help you know how to manage people, know how to manage your sales and stuff like that. Excuse me. So we'll be doing that. So that's the first 2 weeks back. So this week and next week is sales. After that, then we're going to start into the digital marketing stuff. And I will be sending you the slides, okay? I'm working on them. I'm hoping to have them done by this week. Fingers crossed. It's just a lot to do. Like I said, basically tripling the slides. So you all have a lot of information out there because I want to get you as much as possible. So we will have that. So I will send those. Those will be in Compass. Eventually, I'll send out an announcement when they're ready. They'll probably be ready. Hopefully, let's just say the end of next week when we have the strategic marketing stuff ready and this all ready, we'll get it all together and you'll have all those things together. So there is that. Now, big news for the class, we will not be doing the big presentation at the end of the semester, which I really enjoy doing, which I think is a really good thing. But with the logistics and all these kind of things, I think it's best we just eliminate that, and we will split that 20% and put that into the strategy grade and the digital marketing project grades. You have that. The political marketing assignment, thank you to all the students who have already sent it in, but you have until not this Friday, but next Friday noon. Just email it to me from your Illinois account, so then I can get that, and I'll put your points in for that. Just to see, it's kind of interesting when you watch those political ads now, you kind of see what they're trying to do and what they're going for and things like that. Usually what happens when I teach the class about political marketing, I will show commercials from like Eisenhower and Truman and all kinds of stuff, and Hillary and Obama and Trump and stuff like that. And you get an idea of like, wait, there's some common themes we see these people doing. Yes, we do. And so I just wanted you to kind of see some of the themes you were looking at in there. So just trying to get you to kind of open your mind to the kind of advertising and marketing we see for persons and political parties and things like that. So we have that. And so basically you got 2 weeks of sales, and we'll have 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks of the digital marketing stuff. Depends on how much time I need to cover all these things, because since I'm expanding it so much, I mean, you'll have more slides than stuff we can cover. I mean, you're going to have basically my entire social media marketing class. I'm just going to expand all these slides and make it into a whole 16-week class probably. So you have a 16-week class, but we'll only go over it for like 4 weeks. So I'm going to pick out the best parts to go through, and so we'll have that so you guys get as much information as possible. So there is that. Now, in terms of how we're going to do the social media and digital marketing training stuff, I'm going to try to film a bunch of videos so we can do a combination of YouTube and some face-to-face live things like this. It all just depends how much I can get filmed and how much I can get edited, because I like putting those emojis in and have it more of a fun kind of thing. And I don't want to just be me talking. That's a little boring. So it depends how many I can get done. If I see I can't get a lot done, what I might do is kind of do like one day it's YouTube, one day of the week is the live session. So it's still up in the air what we're going to do, okay, for the 420 class. Now, your digital project, the digital and social media marketing project, that is going to be due on May 1st. And you all can work together. I mean, you guys all do Google Docs anyway, so you guys can work together and send that to me. What you're going to do is you're going to send it to the company and then just CC me. Like your political stuff, you don't have to print out. Just email it to me. It's okay. You just do that. And I'll write up the grades and get that stuff ready for you right afterwards. Because by then I'll have everything, all this stuff will be out of the way. So I can really focus on grading those and giving you some feedback. What else? Yeah, so there is that. I think the last week, that May 5th class or something like that, I might do a live thing. So I always like to have a good rah moment at the end to get us some stuff. But we'll see how everyone is feeling. Because it could be we're out of quarantine or we're out of shelter in place and we're all like, I just want to be outside and enjoy life again. So, yeah, I understand. I'm sure some of you are enjoying life now, back home with mom and dad, or mom or dad, or by yourself, or with your 20 other siblings. I mean, it happens. I know it feels like I have 20 kids now. Well, I have 2. But anyway, other things to tell you about. I lost my train of thought. My students know this one. So, students, do you have any questions about what we're going to be doing going forward? Because I've kind of covered the main things we're going to talk about. Now, you can always go to our ProfessorWolters.com page or the YouTube.com/ProfessorWolters, and we'll have all these live feeds will be saved up on there. So you can have all those things. Oh, I forgot to talk about the evaluations. So the team evaluations will be due on the 1st of May as well. You can just type those up and email those to me. Do give a grade for each of your team members. So I have that because I put that together, because since none of us are together now, it's everyone's on their own to make the right decisions. If you see there's people in your group that aren't doing anything, just let me know. I'll give them a 0 for not doing anything. It's fine. I don't want to. I want everybody to do their work and everybody help out, but I also know that that's not always the case. And that's one of the reasons why I like having the YouTube video stuff versus just the live things, because it gives you an opportunity to watch when it's best for you, because I know not every student has great internet. I know a lot of you are probably working from home right now, and your parents are too, and so bandwidth is only so limited. And when it's you and your parents and you got your little brother and sister trying to stream Disney Plus, it's complicated with the bandwidth. So that's why I want to have a lot of, as much as I can have on YouTube that you all can watch when you can watch it. That's what I want to do. Okay. So I'm trying to get all that done. So the goal is this week is to finish all those slides, get that all ready. And then next week, basically film about 100 videos and see how many we can get done before we have to do live or whatever. Okay. So that's what I wanted to talk about for my 420 class. For those of you on here that are from my 320 class, Tony, wow. First time I don't see you with a Geese or Wolters World shirt. I thought about wearing one of those today. That's why I have this one here. I couldn't find my Wolters World cup, so I have my Geese cup there. So I try to dress up. I try to be a little bit different for you, Tony. One of my students, not one of my students, one of my colleagues sent me an email, and they were showing that apparently the college or the university said, hey, stay professional when you're working, so wear pants. I do have pants on. I have jeans on, because I like to be fancy with jeans. So I have that. So Tony, don't worry. Tony, next class, I'll wear some Wolters World for you. Okay, buddy? So I have that. Cara, hi, I'm not one of your students, sorry, but how easy do you think it is to get into marketing without having a degree in it? I have a degree in French and Spanish and an MA in translation instead. Well, I think in the creative side, you could have a good chance with that, especially if you look at the translation kind of stuff, to go in that angle. Here's my point with a lot of careers around the world. A lot of times it doesn't matter what your degree is. They're going to train you on the spot. I have a buddy of mine who's a big-time accounting person in the UK, and he says, look, we don't hire people based on their degree. Well, they kind of do, but like we know that we're going to have to train them anyway. So if we get a good person, it doesn't matter what the degree is, we can train them up. So if you're looking for a marketing career, Cara, what I would do is see if you can find a business that does a lot of training that are going to train you up, because they can make you what you want. Because your education will take you so far, but it's what you do with it afterwards, what you do yourself, then what you prove you can do, that'll go farther. So I hope that helps. So I hope that helps a little bit. Oh, for my 320 students, if you are looking to do the quizzes, if you go in 320 on Compass, you'll see this new testing quizzes thing that pops up. That is where you'll do your quizzes and tests that we'll be doing. You'll have that on there. My 420 students, y'all don't have to worry about that. You'll be fine. Okay? So there is that. Gui Tejada, my buddy from Brazil. Oh, wait, I got to go to Grace. She is one of my students. First, I'll get to Grace. Sorry. Grace, hello. I'm one of your students. Just wanted to confirm. So our next assignment due is political marketing due next Friday, April 3rd. Yes. Your political assignment is due then. You can just write it in the back of the book and take a picture and email it to me on my Illinois account. That is totally fine, Grace. That's all you need to do. And if you have a lot of questions, Grace, if you go to our Wolters World page, or if you look in your emails, like I know you got like 4,000 just from the chancellor and everybody. If you search for one of mine, I have one I go through week by week how things have changed. So it's kind of like a calendar of what to expect and what you need to do. But Grace, Friday the 3rd. No. Yeah, Friday the 3rd of April is when the political marketing is due, and then the big digital and social media marketing projects due on May 1st. Okay, so, and those are the only two projects you have left. Oh, well, the team evaluations, you got to turn that on by May 1st as well. And I do recommend you wait until that the digital project's done, in case people don't kind of not do the end part. So make sure you save that to the end. Okay. Gui points out, I know more marketing professionals that have not studied marketing than those who have. I did 4 years and highly recommend. Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of people in marketing that didn't study that. I mean, if you look at professors, a lot of professors of marketing actually came from advertising, or they came from psychology. So there's a lot of different things that are out there. It's a very open field, and that's what's nice about it. And you can really specialize in a lot of different areas. So there is that there. So thanks, Gui. Obrigado. Let's see. Bethany. Hey, Bethany. Hi, Professor. What do you recommend for us to do regarding credit, no credit? also, can you explain more why the college is not doing any pass-fail courses? Okay, Bethany. Oh, so for those of you who come late to the live feed, I talked about this a little bit at the beginning. So overall, the university has this credit, no credit policy. Basically, if you sign for credit, no credit, if you're like a C minus or above, or a C or above, that should be in the email. They'll just give you credit. If it's below, you get no credit. So it's not really going to affect your GPA either way. It's like the GPA didn't exist. Okay, so you have that. Now, the credit, no credit option, this is something that you choose. The student chooses. I have no say in this. I could tell you should do credit or no credit or whatever, but it doesn't matter. The students pick that. So the professor themselves does not actually have any input on the credit, no credit. This is being done so that students that have this kind of these situation, they're like, you know what? I just want to pass. I just want to get a credit for this, and I'll move on because there's too many things going on right now. That's for the student to decide, not the professor. It's not for me to say, oh no, your decision's too right now. This is all on the student. So that's why they have that credit, no credit. Okay. Now, as per usual, the university did make the email extremely confusing, and the wording makes you go, what? And so then they also said there could be a pass-fail class. So as I read the email, the pass-fail class is if it's a class that you really need to be together, and since we're not being together to see how to do these things, the class is fundamentally changed, and so we can't really do everything we want to do. And the thing is, this is probably more hands-on classes. Like if I'm doing ceramics and I need to have the kiln to do the stuff and see how it changes, I need to be there for that. And so it totally alters the class. That would be one where the professors decide that everyone is pass-fail. It's not on a per-person basis. It's the whole class. And the College of Business feels that they sent out email to us. We are not going to okay this because the pass-fail option has to be signed off by your college. And if your college doesn't sign off on it, it's not going to happen. So that's why it's all on the students to decide. And the dean of the College of Business said we are not going to do that unless there's some really amazing cases, and you're going to have to contact us and explain why. So just want to let you know that Bethany, let me know if that kind of helped explain the difference there. So credit, no credit, you decide. Pass, fail, I decide. But my college already said no. So it's just credit, no credit, debating on you. And if you're in my class, Bethany, you'll be fine. I believe in you. Grace, you're very welcome for that. Alex, did that help you with the credit, no credit stuff? And Jessica, did that help you? Okay, so Jessica Lee has, does the credit count towards your major, though, for graduation? Now, they did have a thing here. I'm going to open up my email. I can't show you my email right now, but I will open up the one from the university, from the provost. Timber academic policies for. So they sent out a link, and you go to this link. I'm still waiting for it to load up. And then it says view or download academic policy modifications. Doing that. I'll take this drink of water while this is loading. And it says, give us the background, introduction. Drop credit, they changed that. Grading modifications. Okay, credit, no credit. Okay, so the instructor myself submits the grade for every student, and I'm only going to talk about credit, no credit, not the pass-fail, because we're not doing that in college business. For spring 2000 only, courses graded as credit, no credit can be utilized for major, minor, and general education requirements. Okay, so that means if you're taking a class that is required for your graduation, you will get the credit. It will count for that. All right? So I hope that makes sense. Do you guys all still have me on here? Because I just got a warning that my stuff is messing up. So Jessica, so you're good, Jess? All right, good. Okay, so I wanted to go figure those things out. Let's see. Kara, thanks for your response. Your Professor Wolters videos would no doubt be good help too. Stay safe. Sending love and help from the UK. Sending love to help you in the UK too, and everybody around the world, wherever you're at. If you need a little bit extra love and stuff, we're here for you. We'll be doing these live feeds from Professor Wolters on Tuesdays at 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, so that's Chicago time. And then on Thursdays at 4 p.m. we'll be doing these live feeds. And so Sometimes I'll be teaching a class, but I will always start with answering questions, so you can have that, and I'll go through and do my little spiel, and then I'll come back and answer the questions that pop up on the side too. So we'll have that. Yeah, so we'll have those. If you want to have, because sometimes you'll see people pop in here for my travel stuff. So if they pop in here, we have live feeds with my wife on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. They usually go about 2 hours. And then Wednesday night at 8 p.m., we're doing live feeds. So if people have travel questions or they just want to socialize, we have that too. And also these sessions on Professor Wolters, these are also for socialization as well, because I know some of us are stuck in our house with our family all the time. And though I love my family, I know you love your family too. Sometimes it's good to just be able to talk to somebody else. So I hope I can give that option for a few of you out there. Now, I had some people this morning that were commenting that were like, why am I watching this? We're not going to talk about any information about the class. Well, we will talk about some of the information on the class, but these are office hours. If you're in my 320 class, all the classes, all the information will be coming in a YouTube playlist every Sunday night. I will send you out a playlist and then let you know that there's a new quiz out. So you can go and do the quiz by that Friday, okay, for my 320 class. 420, you're going to be a mix of YouTube videos and these live classes, which we'll be doing here like this. So it really depends which class you're taking with me, okay? Let's see. I don't know. That's basically what I want to get through today. I mean, if you're going to watch the feed on what day is it? On Thursday, I'll be talking about pretty much very similar things as well. I'll get more information about the pass, fail, credit, no credit, and stuff like that. But I just want to give people a chance to have, if they have questions, they want to chat and stuff. I mean, I know for most students, it's like, oh, it's online. We already got the YouTube videos. I'm not going to watch a live feed. Forget that. I'm not going to waste my time. I understand that, and that's fine. But for those of you that out there that want someone to talk to, want some information, maybe you're not even in my marketing class. Maybe you're in another class and you just want to talk about some topic or something like that. We can talk. Because you think about it, the ramifications of this, the coronavirus is insane. I mean, how many people, how many jobs are going to get lost? The economic ramifications of the social ramifications for this. I mean, you're like, you go out and you're like, wait, don't touch me. I got to wash my hands first. So you got to think about all those things. Brooke Meyer, hey, to clarify, do you have an updated schedule of what our 420 class will be, whether that will be live videos, etc.? So, Brooke, if you look in your email from me, or just go to the announcements in Compass, I've put everything on there, so every week is laid out what you're going to be doing. In terms of the YouTube versus live feed, it will depend on what I have available. So this week, you're just watching those sales videos that are in announcements, because they didn't come through on the email because announcements suck and Compass hates me. So you have that. Next week we will be live. So the first class I'll just do the live at 2, and it'll be available later on for people to watch. And on Thursday I'll do the 4 o'clock class live, and so then people can watch that later. Okay. Then after that it'll depend how many things I've gotten filmed, what I have up, and stuff like that, because I feel giving you students the opportunity to kind of do the YouTube stuff gives you the freedom to do what you need to do, because if your family's using the internet or something like that, because I know, like, for me, when I do this, I have to tell all my kids, get off, no Disney Plus, no Netflix, no TikTok, get off, so I have enough bandwidth. And I'm going to imagine that's going to be in a few people's thing. So does that help, Brooke? Let me know. I hope you're doing okay, by the way. And I know the university likes to send out tons and tons and tons of emails, and sometimes it seems like they send out the same email 5 times, so it gets a little bit confusing. But hopefully we can help out. So that's why I appreciate it. Like, Brooke, you asking me questions, and Jess and Alex and stuff. It's important that we get this out there, because I know there's not always a lot of information to be had. And so sometimes it's just nice to have it confirmed from someplace. So if I can help out with some of these things, I'm glad to do it. Now, if you are looking for, because like I'm seeing my my bandwidth kind of stuff, it's going from red, yellow, green to green, red. So it's just one of those things you don't know the bandwidth you're going to have. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works at the 4 o'clock time, because remember when I talked about most people watching their Netflix from 2 to 4, that's why I'm going to be like having some little issues here occasionally. Brooke Meyer, yes, thank you for doing this for us. It's very confusing with all the emails, hard to read all this info through emails. Thank you again. Yeah, you're right, Brooke. I agree with you. I'm confused. Like, I got that email today about the credit, no credit, pass, fail options. And I'm like, I wrote the guy back that sent it to me. I'm like, could they make it more confusing? I mean, it is just so confusing. And so I'm glad I can kind of help with that. So I read through it and try to get more information for us. So we have that. So thank you, Brooke. And Brooke, if there's any big time things, I've been making extra videos to go through the things. Like we have our new calendar, and that's going to be the announcements. Also, I have a video in there that I put on from YouTube that talks about the changes too. So whatever works for you, how to get it, there's that there. And you can always ask me here. So I'm glad I can be here for you, Brooke. Matthew, how are you doing, buddy? Hey, Professor. You don't like to be called Mark, silly. For our digital marketing assignment, we are creating a new website for the company. Would you suggest including an appendix with a screenshot of every page of the website? Yes, I would do that, especially now since we're not printing anything out. I think that would be a good idea for them to see visually what you're talking about. And if you do create it with like Wix or something like that with the free trial things, what you might do is just go make a Gmail account, like some BS Gmail account, like, bobsbusiness@gmail.com, and then make the password, do it all through that, and then give the company that email and password information so they can change stuff if they just want to buy it themselves. So that could be something, because then later on, if they do that and they use that website, you can say, look, see this website? That's me. That's me. And that could really help, when you're like looking for jobs and stuff like that, because it's going to be a really crappy job market. God damn. I mean, it's gonna be a tough time coming up. So, yeah. So I hope that helps, Matt. Any other questions? So for those of you that are on here, just so you know, like I will have these open office hours at 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Tuesdays and 4 p.m. on Thursdays. And I will go at least a half an hour. So if there's not people on here asking questions, I will be talking about different things and bringing things up. You're welcome, Matt. I will be talking about different things going on at the university or any information that might be pertinent and stuff like that to kind of share. I've actually also opened this up. The reason why I'm doing this on here is because then anybody can get on. Because I've heard a lot of interesting stories with Zoom lately. One of our students was telling me that they had a 3-hour Zoom class of the professor just reading the slides. And I'm like, oh, that's brutal. I'm like, remember what I told you in presentations? I know you all know how to read, so I don't have to read. Okay. So that was pretty bad. And I don't want that to happen. Okay. So probably what will happen is when I do the live classes, it won't be the hour and 20-minute class, because even our normal class, we're not going an hour and 20 minutes. And usually it's, 50 minutes of talking. Then we have like 20, 30 minutes of like group work. So we're going to probably be like, 45, 50 minutes of me talking, getting the main points across. And then I, have at-home work you could be doing if you want to do it. I'm not going to be checking up on you because I trust y'all. So there is that. Any other questions? We had a couple minutes left. I'm trying to think if I should do some fun stuff. My son, we went to the store because, there's some really mean people out there. And so we went to one of our local Asian grocers here in town because no one was going there. We went and shopped there, and they had the big container of, what was it? I think it was 8 or 6 of like the super, super hot spicy noodles. Because my son had been watching on TikTok and YouTube the spicy noodle challenge. So maybe I'll have him do that with me to make one of these office hours a little more exciting. See how much Mark cries and wants to die. So there is that. Because I did try them and they were actually pretty good. But my kid ended up like taking the jug of milk and like, oh, because he thought he was going to die from it. So it is pretty funny. Mark Finley, I can tell you after being on the phone most of the morning, Accor Hotels doesn't have the best customer service in the world. Pretty pathetic. Wyndham is just slightly better. Hey, this is also another thing. I think this could be a good, interesting topic for us to talk about when we discuss in class. Who's doing a good job and who's doing a bad job adjusting to this? Because remember we talked about strategies early in the semester. What's your strategy when things are getting bigger and better? What's your maintain strategy? What's your getting lower strategy? What are you going to do? It's going to be interesting to see after all this is over what people remember. Because I had to cancel flights with Delta and they were fantastic to us. And I know Mark Finley had to cancel too and they were fantastic to him. And it was like, they went through and did everything they could to help out. We got everything rebooked and stuff. And it's like, you know what? It makes me glad I fly with Delta all the time. But then we had a reservation with VRBO, and they're like, no, we're not nothing there. No reservations. No refunds. So we talked to the next organization down. They're like, look, we can't give you refunds, but we can rebook for you if you want to pay more. So we paid more to rebook, and then we got to rebook later in the year. So at least we didn't lose our money. And so it's kind of interesting to see how things are doing. Like Airbnb is traditionally not known as the most customer friendly place, and they're like, anybody can cancel anything, no problem. And I'm like, good for you, Airbnb. And I think that's one thing we should talk about is who's doing good and who's doing bad with all these things. Because people remember. I mean, people remember when you're down and people kick you when you're down. People remember that. But also when you're down and people help you, people remember that as well. So I hope we can all stay positive and we all can be that good person helping out other people. So since I don't have any questions, anybody else on here, I just want to wish you all the best. Thank you for my students that did pop on, Brooke and Mark, or Brooke and Matt and Lee and everybody, Jess. I appreciate it. I like Mark Finley. If a core keeps my money and doesn't let me rebook, I'll sleep in the street before I ever give them another dime. And that's what it's going to be. That's how it has to be. You treat people like garbage, don't expect them to show up again. Ethan Post, I've heard others praise Delta. Yeah, Delta's been fantastic. I was shooting the Mohammed in their Cincinnati call center. Rockstar, awesome. Totally nice guy, totally helped us out, totally friendly. And I have to imagine a lot of people, because we canceled a week ago when they announced all the travel bans. And I know that he had just overrun with people, and he was still like super friendly, super professional. I'm like, respect, man. That was awesome. All right, thanks for bringing that up, Ethan. Anyway, I guess I will leave it here unless anybody has any other questions. I'll let it go for another minute to wait. I'll just sit here and drink my ice cold water. A little ASMR, I guess. There you go. All right. Well, no other questions. None's on there. I wish you all the best. Don't forget, if you want to talk travel, I will be online Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central with my wife on our Wolters World channel, if you want to talk there about travel and stuff like that. For my students, I will actually be online at 8 a.m. on Thursday to give a live class exam review for my 320 class. And I'll be back at 4 p.m. for my 420 students to just talk about what we're going to be doing. And then next week, we will have live classes. Anyway, wish y'all the best. Thank you for coming. And bye from my office.